Hello, I hope you're having a good day. Well, I hope you had a good day today. I hope you have a good evening later. And I am back with another movie review. And I just seen one of the most interesting, the best movies so far. This movie is called Painted in Blood, and it's a good movie. It's about this security guard that works in like a painting expedition place or something like that. I don't know what you would call it, and this painter communicates with him basically. It's kind of like a demon in the painter communicates with him and whatnot. Tells him how he can become a great painter. So like how demons would manipulate someone if they're trying to control them, and yeah, obviously he thought he's been crazy and stuff, but it's a really good movie, and I already made up my mind about the rating of this movie, but I'm going to get into that for a second because this is a good movie. I was scrolling through the horror movies, and obviously I came across this one. I thought this one looks interesting because I don't like when the horror movie is too long. I kind of prefer it when it's kind of like an hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes. And this is a really good movie. I was going to watch The Conjuring, the first one, but it's like, I don't know, I'm holding off on that one for some reason. I don't know, I'm just looking for new horror movies that people haven't heard of before. Like, the majority of horror movies I've seen, or movies in general, are people I've not even heard of in their life. So I had to give this one a watch. This is a very good movie. It had a lot in the horror movie. Good voice acting, like the acting was good in general. The build up, the tension, the music, the sound effects, even the demon character, it was dope in general. Like the storyline is not how I expected it to be. I thought it was gonna be about a security guard and investigator what the noise was with the painting and all that stuff like a typical horror movies would be. But this demon is trying to tell him how to paint, how he can paint better and how to sacrifice himself. Like there was scenes where he had to use his own blood on a canvas to paint, and it was kind of brutal in that respect. So it's kind of a brutal scene. And you know what? It's dope to be honest. It's a good movie, one of the best I've ever seen. I would recommend it to everybody to watch. There's not much else I can say to it. Like they could have added jump scares, and this is where the rating would come into it in a second. But obviously, I do find horror movies that are different and fresh. I was looking for found footage, and I'm hoping to find more found footage. If you have any found footage horror movie suggestions, please put it in the comments, or just anybody can just message me on any social media and let me know. Because I really want to know. I mean, I would find some myself. Like, even if it is not the best horror movie, I would want to watch it. Give me all the movies that you can gather. And yeah, people might give this a different rating, but it was a really different type of movie compared to how I originally was thinking. The storyline was different to how I thought it was going to be, which surprised me just a bit. It was a cool scene. The demon looks really dope, by the way. It looks really cool. And there's a scene as well when he went into like, but well, you know what I mean when you watch a movie. Like he goes into like kind of he goes into the paint, so the paint's like a portal to like other people that were killed there that have been trapped in the painting themselves. It's kind of a really good movie, very clever, good storyline. They could have added jump scares. That was the type of movie where it built up to a jump scare, but they never really produced it. There was one scene that started me, where there was a break-in scene. You know what I mean when it comes down to it, but it didn't have anything jump scary in it, which is disappointing because those are the type of movies that they should have had a jump scare. So it, so which is where the rating comes into it. I'll give this movie an 8 out of 10. Now, I would have given it a 10 out of 10 if I had jump scares in it. I think I would have put the icing on the cake for that. But I think it's definitely above a 7. People might give it a 9, but it's definitely above 7. I mean, I wouldn't say it's just above average. I think it's way above average. So I think 8 is just about right for me. That's a really good score. That's a high score. And when I saw the production company Exit 10 Films, I was like, oh, with a company like that, I'm not quite sure this movie will be good. But I I was proven wrong in that one. I forgot what the other name. I think it was LLC, which is I'm pretty sure it's the same company that made Hell House, because Hell House they have LLC after the title. I think the LLC was part of the whole movie title, but I kind of gathered from that. Hell House was an okay movie, so this movie was a big step up compared to that one. If they made that movie, that is. If they didn't, then correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like if they added jump scares, it would have been 9 or 10. But I think 8 is a perfect score. It's a good movie for people to watch. It's good quality. Everything was good about it, to be honest. It was more of a curious and intriguing movie once I got to watch it. It was the most. curious movies I've ever been interesting, because other movies I've seen were more scary. They did make me ask questions, but the last movie that made me ask a lot of questions was Exam, and that wasn't a horror movie. But this movie here really made me like curious and intrigued a bit more. I think because it was about paintings. I'm not a fan of paintings, but paintings do make good horror movies because of what people can paint anything. If it's something horrific, it will be part of a horror movie. So I can see my painting will be involved in horror type genre. And yeah, so that is this movie. I will probably come back with another movie review, or I'll see what other movies I can find. I might have another horror movie. For me, it's horror movies, well, during the day, and comedies or action or whatever during the night. So it makes me feel a lot better after watching a whole movie. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, comment below, share with everyone you know, subscribe and hit the bell notification below. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.